Hey guys, I told you I would keep up with videos as much as I could about my path, the journey that I'm starting from RN to MD. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's semester 1 for my bachelor's, and the college that I'm taking courses through they do only accelerated courses, so my courses are over a 7.5 week time span, and currently I'm enrolled it's English 102. It's through an accredited college, it's a university, and so I've dropped down to working part-time in the ED, and so that I could do part-time school as well, and it has been extremely challenging. I think that the adjustment with work and finances, as well as for my kids and them starting back up with school, and I have a little one too who's home with me. It's a lot to balance. So grade-wise, initially I started out doing very well. It was very rewarding. They were using one of my projects that I was working on as an example through the college, and that was really great feedback. And then it just has been spiraling downhill a little bit. Hopefully things are going to start to go uphill again. The amount of work for an accelerated course is doable, very doable. It's just a matter of balancing your life plate. And me, personally, I've done this before with college courses in my first degree and my prerequisites for the RN program, and then my attempt at a BSN. I've done online at home while I've had my kids, and it's just, for me personally, I know that I struggle with saying, okay, this is the set amount of time you're going to sit down and make this happen. And so until I remove myself from that environment, I find myself a lot of times getting caught up with all the other things that need to be taken care of, which is, I think, probably normal. So currently I'm not doing so well. I'm just leaving another shift of work, and my plan is to go home and work on course some more, because I went out and bought myself a laptop that I really can't afford, but the software was pretty much necessary for what I'm trying to do with this degree, because there will be online simulation labs for different science courses, and I think that, especially single parents who are trying to do stuff like this need to hear, and I need it all the time from, people that are supportive of me, that you can do it. It is going to be hard, and, maybe I'll start doing this too, where I reference some of the quotes that are things that get me by. Currently, I just looked up one. I have a whole Pinterest board of things that I'm trying to use as motivation to keep myself pushing, because it's been night after night after night of me sitting on the couch staring at a computer when I'm used to going to the gym and running errands, and I'm lucky to have even the support that I do, but there are times where that's not an option. So there's a lot of sacrifices being made, but so one of the quotes is, in order to do better than the 99%, you have to be willing to do what 1%, I'm sorry, in order to be in the 1%, you have to be willing to do what the other 99% are. And that is currently on my wall right now, because by the time our days are finished, I find myself just staring at my computer, ready to fall over and go to bed. And there has been a lot of nights where that is the case, that I do fall asleep and then my assignments are overdue. So I think that another thing that I've really tried to remind myself of and keep in mind, because I don't exactly deal with failure the best way that I could. It's important to use it as a learning opportunity, but every time we fail, I found this in a Will Smith motivational video. It says, fail early, fail often, fail forward. And it's very true. So I think that it has been very stressful. There's been a lot of risk taking on my part, and big risks, but with the intention of creating a life that is going to be well worth all the risk in the end, for me, for my family. But there will be many sacrifices along the way. And another thing is me being home all the time, because I've dropped down to part-time work. Is my schedule that I have for myself is, quite a bit thrown off. And I think it'll just be a matter of adjustment, but there's constant deadlines with work to be submitted. Trying to think of what else I wanted to talk about. Some of the tips that I would have, if you are trying to go back to school, say even just as a working single parent, would be, and this is stuff that I need to apply to myself as well, designate certain times that you are going to work on your assignments, and you have to stick to that. And obviously you have to be flexible and accommodating with kids, but try to set those times aside so that way the work is getting completed. And then once you start to get burnout, I've learned this over and over the hard way, because I will push myself beyond my limits. It's really important to just go to bed, just go to sleep. You know what? There's always the next day. If you get beyond your point of working capacity, recharge, restart. A couple other things that I've discovered, if you don't know, as a student, I'm pretty sure it's all colleges, but you might want to do your own research just to make sure. But if you look it up, you can get access to free Microsoft Office software as a student in college. And there's so many discounts, like even for Spotify, because I've found that the thing that gets me motivated is listening to music on Spotify. I have noise canceling headphones, and I've got a whole study schoolwork zone that's called Playlist on Spotify. And one of the things that has held me back from pursuing this for so long is the feedback that I get from people around me, and even the people that love me and say, you can't do this, you shouldn't do this. How are you going to do this? How is this possible? Sorry, it's raining here in New York. And I've really let that get to me a lot in the past, and at times when I'm very, very burnt out, I start to wonder myself too. But it is possible. I'm here to say you can do it. I'm not bragging by any means, but I had an extreme amount of support at the time, but everyone had said the whole way through nursing school for me, how are you going to do this? How are you doing this? How is this possible? How do you think you're going to go to nursing school? And guess what? I did it. So one of the most important things is people are going to tell you you can't, but you can't. They don't care who you are. If you have got it in your head, like I've said before, make up your mind, you will find a way to make it happen if it's something you want bad enough. And another thing that I've really tried to keep in mind, because I listen to a lot of motivational speakers on YouTube, it's very helpful as well when you're kind of down in the dumps, or losing your drive, and is to visualize your end goal. So don't just say, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this degree. I'm gonna go to med school. I'm gonna finish this. No, you have to constantly sit there and visualize yourself. It's one thing to plan it out and say, yep, okay, and take the steps. But if it's something very, very difficult to achieve and you want it that badly, you have to sit there and visualize yourself at the end. What's it going to look like at the end? Well, for me, that answer is, I want to be standing there as a surgeon doing surgery. So imagining yourself in that role and what it's going to look like, what it's going to feel like. How are you going to feel when you finally finish this? What is your everything? What is your world going to be? And to constantly reference that and go back to it throughout your journey will push you. And I didn't even know at the time that that's what I was doing in nursing school. And it was a huge part of what got me by. It was extremely challenging, but somehow I did it. And actually right now I have a quote. I think it's from Will Smith, because he's one of the people that I would recommend listening to if you're ever in need of some sort of motivation to drive yourself. There's a quote on there about, becoming successful and following through with your dreams and, not letting anything get in the way. So there's a lot of different things out there. I've watched a lot of different videos from people who've created their own channels along the way. I actually have a YouTube playlist as well of videos of motivational speakers, and throwing yourself out there. I've tried to talk to people who are already either on the same path as me or have already done it, to help me get a better perspective and to remind me of what I'm doing. And it excites you. If you find what you're passionate about, it excites me very much to, whenever I get a chance, have a conversation with doctors and surgeons and tell them what your plans are. Ask if they have any advice. And another thing, this will be the last thing that I reference today, but that I've listened to a lot of different speakers talk about is, if you want to be successful at something, this was Tony Robbins too, but find the person who's the best at it in the world and look at what they did. And I think that's where the answers lie. Find the habits of successful people who are doing what you want to do. Look at it, study it. And not necessarily copy that. Obviously you can, change that, but it says a lot. So I will keep you posted. I'm going to go try to turn my grades around, and have a good night. All right, bye.